getting home so late. The West Coast, I guess, would be about the right time. Ah, it's nice. I don't even have to change my character selection. It defaults on the warrior. Alright. Here we go. That always happens to me. I can't remember how many tries it took me to beat with the girl character. But let's see how many it will take with this guy. I imagine it will take more than 2. And this is my second, obviously, but we'll see. Ginto says he likes the cold. He needs a warm winter cloak. Your birthday's in that month as well? That's good. Despite being old enough that it shouldn't excite me, I always look forward to it because I make plans with my family and friends to make it special. That makes sense. Oh, really? I just totally forgot that thing of magic. That's right. I don't even need it. If anything, the last run taught me is that I'll have infinite opportunities to refill it. Snow just looks nice. That's true. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the snow will go in the backyard with the dog. The dog loves catching the tennis ball in the backyard, but so far there's no snow all over the ground. Excuse me. Oh, it's 7 o'clock for Annie Gamer. Cooking dinner now. Have been helping her mom out. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad it was nothing major then, Anti-Gamer. Sorry to hear that. Slash, I'm glad it's probably going okay. Welcome back, Red Lady. Had to take care of her dog. Speaking of dogs, I wouldn't mind having one of these guys as a pet. The old chicken leg. Now, I don't think it would be crazy to use magic here, judging by all the other ways I'll refill it in the near future, but it just seems like it's such a waste when you have this dragon here to use the magic. It just doesn't seem like the move to make. Alright. Little PJ action? An owl onesie. Wow. Remember earlier, Survivor Lady, when I said that you have the best life ever? And there you go and put on an owl onesie, proving my points very succinctly. I too have blue plaid pajama pants on right now. And a snack too. You're crazy. Didn't you just have dinner and dessert? Just kidding, I don't care what you do. I mean, I care what you do. As long as it's... Never mind. I don't even feel like explaining myself. Well, I would say that this run, knock on wood, is going better already than the first one. But it's so early in the stage that that doesn't mean a whole lot yet. Oh. First hit point in the books. I guess this is my own form of cheese. Run for your lives. I guess, I mean, I would run too if there was a bunch of skeletons and dragons raiding my village, I guess, right? Now, how intelligently can I attack with this dragon? So obviously, the longer I hold on to it, the better. Proving my point that I could have used magic several times over by now. Alright, last thing here. Something you should know about me is that I'm always hungry, says Survival Lady. Really? I did not know that about you. Well, when they just stand still and waiting for you to do something, I would say that that's a pretty good time to hit them with some fire. Alright, one more. Oh, man. 2 dragons. Alright, this is obviously the better of the 2 dragons. Get wrecked. Get wrecked times 2. Get wrecked times 3. Alright, that went pretty darn well. And I'll even get my hit point back. Boy, everything's coming up Bobby this run, ladies and gentlemen. Knock on wood. I still think those little barriers on the bottom look like molar teeth. And Jaden, I'm kind of curious, man, about this cloak of yours. Is it just a coat, or is it actually a cloak? If you got me intrigued. Alright, that half worked out. I just don't know. My dragon got scared because of you guys and ran away. Very unfortunate. Yep, I can just eat, and if you give me a few minutes, I'm ready to eat again, says Survivor Lady. You are crazy. Annie Gamer says, just as you said that, I knocked on wood. Well, thank you, Annie Gamer. I appreciate the karma. I'm sure it will reverberate throughout the universe to my benefit. 2-for-1 deal on that kick. I like it. Ah! The axe still outranges the sword, I see. Can't win them all. Alright, now Big Brutus. Not sure how this is gonna go. Nope. Last time I had a dragon, but shoulder tackle versus shoulder tackle looks like my shoulder tackle wins every time. So a little bit of cheese will favor me at this... Oh. I lied. Guess I'll just go the old-fashioned route then. Okay, that might keep working. Did you ever play games like this, Annie Gamer, years ago? I think this game came out in like 1989. Is that what it said? It's actually not that bad of a game for being that old. This surprised you somehow, Bob? You know I'm the craziest person you've ever seen. This is true. But you're like crazy in a good way, Survival Lady, you know? It's not a bad crazy. Miss Esri says, I may be biased, but my kitty is really cute. Now that I don't doubt, Miss Esri. Is your tutoring over? I'm just surprised, Survival Lady, at the antics you keep coming up with. Like, just when I think I've seen all the craziness that Survival Lady has to offer, you oftentimes will come up with something that I never would have thought of. Oh. This guy's just wants to run around. No. I don't want to die here. I really don't. If I could keep my second life, that would be so sweet. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna use my magic. What's your kitty doing, Miss Esri? Anything particular that you think she's so cute? Not tutoring, teaching. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Esri. I kind of mixed up your activities there. Still work online. I have another class in about 30 minutes. Well, good luck. The bosses are both kind of unique in the sense that if you can just kind of angle on them, like they can't really do a whole lot, which is probably why the game has all the minions with them. You know, to kind of put a little, make it a little harder than it seems. Because when it's just down to the boss, you know, maybe I'm onto something here. It doesn't seem that difficult. Cloak circles around me completely, goes past my knees. Far warmer than any coat I own. Can't wear it without getting really hot unless it's like 40 degrees. That's awesome, Kajaden. You don't happen to have a picture of your cloak, do you? Not of you wearing it, unless you want to share that. But I mean just the cloak. Jinx is sleeping on the sofa with her head on the armrest as a pillow. There, I finally got it. It has a hood as well, though not waterproof. It is great for snow and bad rain, or something along those lines. Sorry, I'm trying to juke and jive and read chat all at the same time. Well, I gotta say, Kajade, not many people would have the guts to wear a straight-up cloak. So I applaud you for that alone, my friend. I wore a cloak once, but it was really just a blanket and some rope I found, and I like tied this blanket around me in the shape of a cloak. So I don't know if that counts, because it was just a blanket. Does that count? I suppose if anyone's the cloak authority, it would be you. Has a nice clasp too. Where does one get a cloak? You know, it's not like you could go to the store and just be like, ah, yes, the cloak section. Maybe I'm just going to the wrong stores. That could also be. And I love that we're talking about cloaks, which is a very fitting topic for this game. Any gamer says my blanket totally counts as a cloak. Well, thank you. You probably woke up this morning not thinking you would hear me iterate those words, Miss Anti-Gamer. But I'm happy that you feel it counts, nonetheless. I have heard real wool cloaks are quite nice, says Monet. I had it made for me by someone I know that can do sewing. Oh, okay, nice. So it's a custom-made cloak? I mean, truthfully, this story is getting better and better the more details you give. Now, I mean, there's so many questions that come out of this. Now, Monet, where have you heard that wool cloaks are warm? Or not warm, sorry, really nice. You've heard that somewhere? Where does one hear something like that? Alright, up for the gray team now. 2 out of 3 is definitely better, so I think if I play this a whole lot more going forward, I should definitely take out the starting guy there. Come on. These guys are so good at just slightly moving north out of the way. SCA sort of sparring. I think I know what you're referring to. Read it from a guy that does Renfair type stuff. Oh, okay, yeah. Remember our one mutual friend also was into that for a time, Monet? I don't know if we were at the same place at the same time, but we have a mutual friend that was into that. Ah, the class was ordered online. Got you. These skeletons, man. They're really too beefy. Like, I almost want to use magic just to get rid of these skeletons. They're very difficult at this particular spot. And they're some of the beefier skeletons that aren't with bosses. Ah! Wool is even sort of waterproof, keeps you warm when it's cold. It was an online thing. Fair enough. Well, on a nice night like this, I would say that our warrior friend would most likely probably kill for a cloak. I'm surprised he hasn't woven one out of the bird's feathers that he's riding on the back of. Guess he's not a seamstress. What's up, KWO? Alright, now if I can just get rid of some of these skeletons, that would be good. Well, you've got 1. 2. 3. Need to keep that 16-bit working for both genders? Guess so. Just don't run and hit me. I need to keep this dragon. I really, really need to keep this dragon for the 2 bosses at the end. So maybe I can just take it easy and play it smart. Hey, Stardust. I like how this guy just kicks the little ones around. How you doing today, Stardust? How's your Tuesday so far? Here's the best part, says Gajaden. I got it for a birthday present. Nice, man. And then promised, then waited 13 years until we found a way to get it made. Dang, man. 13 years to wait? It's a sweet payoff. I knew that was going to happen. They're such opportunists. These dastardly enemies. Alright, now I just have to group these guys up. 8 hits like this and we should be good. You definitely... Yeah, if you had 13 birthdays go by and you still wanted the same gift, I would say that for sure no one would be wasting their time and effort to get that for you at that point. That's some long-term patience game, my friend. Hey, what's the idea, guy? Just decided to not be in the same spot as your friend all of a sudden? Please be dead. Alright, good stuff. We are in pretty good shape so far, I'd say. I guess I could have used magic. I keep forgetting that on this guy. If I didn't have that dragon, I suppose I would have been fine to use magic. Because I only would be refilling it right here anyway, obviously. And I'm going to use it, not here, but when the actual boss comes out. Big lad. I have a feeling that all of these guys had to get their stuff custom made as well. Alright, well, we're at the end of level 6, and that was our first continue, I think. So I would say that's pretty darn good so far. Now the warrior, I would expect to be able to lift up Big Brutus here. When the woman and dwarf do it, no, it seems a little less believable, I guess. Come here, buddy. He has like these little rivets, I guess, on his bracers, but it reminds me of the Russian flag, the red color. Come here, buddy. There we go. Oh, I thought that was the end of him. He takes a licking and keeps on ticking, this gentleman. Alright, come on out, boss. Use the magic, may as well. If nothing else, it might get rid of the skeletons, which already is a gigantic advantage here. Well, not quite. No. Man, it's not quick for them to just mow through a life of yours, is it? Jeez. How many HP are you going to take? Oh, a whole life? Oh, this part's frustrating. Alright, that's what I get trying to fight you for real. Ay, 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 ay. This game is a little unforgiving at times in the sense it's like, oh man, I'm on level 6 and I'm having a great run. And then, like, before I know it, it's like, oh, I used an entire continue fighting 3 enemies. That's unfortunate. But if I can just keep this up, I think I'll be in pretty good shape. It's like the guy gets confused. How many licks does it take? Alright. Unexpected outcome. Guess I'll take a swig of my water here. The same old yada yada from royalty here. On to level 7 we go. Swig away, says KWO. Hopefully that wasn't too loud in the microphone, but it probably was. Can I throw this guy off the edge? Nice. No more Diet Coke? No, unfortunately I drank it all. That's why I only get it like when I know I want it, because once I buy it, like I just drink it until it's gone. It's a bad habit of mine, but I have to limit myself by just not having any more. Alright, that works too. Maybe you have better self-control than I do, Miss Esri, I don't know. Let's see here, can I get this? Oh, nope. I can't get this guy to fall off the edge. Instead, he's gonna make me fall off the edge. And I may or may not lose a bunch of magic now, fighting in the midst of all this. Maybe it's not going as poorly as it could. But there's a little too much going on for my preference here. If I can get full magic, though, we'll be in good shape. And alright, we got it. You know what's funny, though? I think they could do... I mean, I'm not trying to be nitpicky, but the programming could be a little better in the sense that there's only one character that needs all of these magic people, and the other two... just have to take extra time to kick them around. Ah! That's what you get for being a skeleton with no brain, I suppose. Just flies right off the edge. Come here, buddy. Off you go. Cesar says, I don't drink pop unless I'm at my parents' house. See, that's a good way to limit yourself as well. Oh. I just want to knock him off the edge. Instead, I almost got knocked off the edge. Yikes. That's one. Alright. If I didn't let him get all the way back up, he didn't have a chance to actually hit me. Alright, now here's the boss. May as well use the magic before I lose my life and lose it, which I did make that mistake one time. Alright, now it's a matter, really, of trying to avoid these skeletons as best as I can while taking shots at the other guy while they're not around. I think that's kind of really what the strategy boils down to, I've noticed. Man, these skeletons, they just totally took out my entire life right there. That is a little on the frustrating side. Little on the frustrating side, I'd say. Oh, please, yes, do it again. Eee! Sometimes this magic does no damage to you. Alright, I'll take one hit point, I guess. It's better than the alternative. Come on! No! Oh, I have an entire continue left. Come here, buddy. If it wasn't for you meddling skeletons. And your dog, too. No. Alright, 2 for 1 deal. Nope, almost. These skeletons, man. Leave me alone. Mean skeletons. Alright. You don't have time for all the hits you want to make. Oh, good, okay. At least the magic's gonna already kill me. Yeah, water's the best drink for sure, Miss Esri. Tea is not a bad alternative. when you're in the mood for something a little more. These skeletons, man. I have 5 HP left and I have done it. Alright. GG. That means I can stop playing this game. It only took 2 tries with the warrior. Guess wasn't that much of a adjustment to overcome. Alright. Not too shabby, I'd say.